we're going to be creating a character inspired by a random aesthetic. I watch a lot of Sims videos, and some of my favorite ones are the challenges where you spin a wheel with a theme, like colors or seasons, and then create something inspired by whatever you land on. I especially love when the challenges use a wheel with different fashion aesthetics, like cottagecore or Y2K, and I thought that it would make for a really fun character design challenge. So I found this giant wheel that has nearly every aesthetic that you can imagine on it, and now we're gonna spin it and create a character together from start to finish. We're gonna go ahead and spin this. Lo-fi? That's an aesthetic? Okay, well, we have to do some research. Lo-fi is an aesthetic that uses muted tones and mundane imagery to evoke a feeling of calm and nostalgia. The key motifs here: VHS, Polaroid filters, anime scenery, subway rides, walking along the street, gentle rains, pixel art. Interesting. So our next stop is to head to Pinterest and see if we can find any help for our lo-fi aesthetics. Okay. You definitely get the vibe here just by looking at the art, and I love the vibe, but I just don't know how it's going to translate into clothing. This wiki says that the key colors are pastels and muted colors. I'm assuming that it's something like this picture here. I think we could try to go for this. I'm going to go and collect a mood board, and then I will see you again once I have a vision. Okay, I am back. The aesthetics wiki mentioned a lot of like Polaroids, VHS. So I collected some pictures of Polaroids. I'm thinking maybe the character is going to be holding a camera. She might have like a bunch of pictures around her. And it says that the origin of this aesthetic is from the 90s. So I feel like the best way to style this character would be to find clothing from the 90s. So let's look up 90s clothing. These mom jeans, they're my favorite thing ever. I'm definitely going to be giving her those big chunky mom jeans. And then maybe we can follow it up with a shirt like this. Wait. Overalls. Might have to give her something that looks like this. What kind of shoes did they wear in the 90s? Were Converses a thing in the 90s? Because I'll give her Converses. I know that the 90s also had those color block jackets. I think I really want to put that in here. Something like this would be really cute. But I think I want to go for something that's a little simpler, not too complicated to draw. I like how this has just 3 colors. The last thing I'm going to look for is muted pastel color palette. I want to try to go for something pink and purple. Maybe we just get a color palette from one of these pictures. Maybe this one. Why is one of the tags for this Rococo? Rococo where? Rococo who? Rococo how? Oh, is this AI? This is AI? Oh my god. You know what? I don't want to think about it too much. These are nice colors. I'm already getting ideas for the type of character we're gonna create. I want to try getting colors from this one too. We're gonna have so many freaking color schemes by the time we're done. What is this, 7? I lost count. After this, I think I'm gonna take just a little break, because my back and shoulders are starting to hurt a bit. Then I'll come back and then we can figure out her sketch. All right, so we are finally back and we're going to start working on our lo-fi girl. I already know what skin tone I'm going to go with for her, so I'll just add that in. Let me pull up the color schemes that I downloaded for her. I like using the pre-generated color schemes. It cuts down time because I could spend an eternity just picking colors. So first thing I want to do, I would like to give her an eye color. I guess we can just make it brown. Nothing wrong with that. So the first thing I want to do is her hair. I think I would like to give her really cute braids. I don't know if I'm going to make them long or not. I feel like a lot of the hairstyles I've been making recently have been pretty long. So maybe hers can be shorter braids, but I want them to have like beads and hair jewelry and stuff in them. It's gonna be so cute. So I have her hair like this, and I was thinking that I wanted to give her hair some kind of funky color. So I like the purple, but I don't know if I want to do like a full head of funky colors. I could also see us doing just a couple, like maybe 1 or 2 braids just in the center with a bunch of cool colors. I think that would be so cute. I kind of like how that looks, but we'll see. Next thing. Maybe we'll start with the overalls. Maybe we'll make them pretty baggy. I think I want these jeans to be fairly muted in their colors. So muted pretty much means washed out, in case you did not know. Maybe we can make the cuffs a little bit higher just so you can actually see the Converses. Ooh, I want to give her Converses with like 3 different colors. Almost like color blocked Converses. That would be so fun. Let me actually try something else. I know I've said I really wanted to give her overalls, but let's pretend for a minute that we don't. We have to give her high-waisted jeans and the jacket. So let's just draw that first. I'm noticing that these jackets are kind of like cinched at the waist. It's like they kind of have some elastic at the hem. I don't really speak fashion, but I'm pretty sure the bottom of the shirt is called a hem. My mom really wanted to teach me how to sew. I learned enough to be able to sew like ultra basic things. I did hand sew my brother's coat once. I ripped the coat. It was by mistake, complete mistake. I think it got snagged on something, but I ripped it and I sewed it back for him and he was so happy and my mom was so proud of me. It's a core memory. So we've got this color block jacket. Well, it's not color blocked right now, it's just a white blob, but we got that. And then I would like to try giving her a turtleneck because I love the look of turtlenecks. All right, so let's start figuring out the color block. We have all these cool colors. I'm gonna take this one, this like fuchsia color, and maybe we put that down here. And then maybe we put this nice color here. And then this last part here, I'm thinking we make that this color. I think that's cute. Maybe we just give her like a big floofy fro instead. That'd be funky. I mean, braids were kind of the thing in the 90s from what I know, but I mean, there's no harm in experimentation. Honestly, this reminds me of what my mom would have looked like in this era. I feel like it's kind of cute though. Wait a minute. Imagine just something like this. I feel like that's so cute. I don't know how 90s that is, but I quite like it. What I don't like though are these shoes. They're killing me. I want them to be darker maybe. Maybe this cute little pink color. Just gonna put in some white. Converses are just so classic and timeless, really. You just can't go wrong with Converses. Remember my brother bought me Converses for Christmas, my older one. That was so sweet of him. They're actually too big for me, unfortunately, which is why I don't wear them as much as I could. And it's also because like I don't like leave the house, but yeah, it was the thought that counts. Now, I wanted to add in a belt for her. This one's a funky color. It's purple. And her turtleneck, maybe we make it this light orchid color. Oh my god, she looks so cute. Stop. Now, do I love this colored block jacket? Do I love it? I don't know. And do I love her hair or do I prefer the braids? Maybe I go with the braids just for the nostalgia. Okay, I would like to try something else. I really want to put in the overalls, but I also want to leave room to display a shirt with some kind of video game reference. I love the wide sleeves, so definitely going with those. I want to try a different kind of shoes. We could go for the chunky kind. I love chunky shoes. I'm thinking the ones that look like this, I think that's so cute. We could try to put a VHS on her shirt or like a Game Boy. I'm gonna generate all of those in Midjourney and see if we can get an interesting looking design.
2 hours later.
All right, I am back after God knows how long, and I got some pretty interesting designs. I have this one here, vaguely Sailor Moon inspired. I also got this one. I feel like this is very lo-fi. I also did get this one. This one looks more illustrative. And the last one that I got were these really cute ones that have an 8-bit inspired illustration. I like how it looks. So now I have some decisions to make because I like all of these. I feel like this one is the most basic. Personally, I think I love this one the most, though this one is like a close second. I like how this looks a lot. Do I want to experiment with stripes? Because a lot of the shirts I was seeing had stripes. I'm kind of here for it. And now I have to figure out her hair. I keep coming back to this jacket because I'm like, well, maybe I'll like it, but I never do. For her hair, I think I'm just gonna go with braids. I remember my older cousin, she would always wear her braids in a particular style. So I am going to copy that style here. Now I want to give her beads. Honestly, it's a nice way to incorporate all the colors that we're using into her design and just tie everything together really nicely. Well, I think our lo-fi girl came out adorable. We might add some stuff in the final render, but for now, I think our lo-fi girly is done. So as you can see from the sketch, I did make a couple of changes, mostly in her hair, but especially with the jacket. I went back and forth with the color block jacket for a long time, but at the end, I couldn't get rid of it. Although it did come at the cost of being able to see her cute striped sleeves, which I did really like, but I think it's an okay trade-off. Now, as I'm watching this playback, I can see all the mistakes I made, namely the anatomy mistakes. Like, do you guys see where her knee is? Why is her knee all the way down in her lower calf? Like, it should not be so far deep in the Marianas Trench. That's gonna bug me now forever. Wow, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. One of the things that I like to do when I design these characters is give them a small backstory. Normally, I like to give them the backstory before I do the drawing because then you can come up with cute little details and stuff that you can actually add into the drawing while you are creating them, and it makes it a lot more personalized and fun. But I was imagining that this girl is a street photographer. She's maybe in her late teens and her city is getting gentrified. And so she just took it upon herself to record the changes in her world happening. And that's just what she does after school. She goes around and takes aesthetic pictures. And the little cat guy on her shoulder, I imagine that he is a stray that just started following her around and decided, you know what, I like this human and there's nothing that she can do about it. The cat distribution system just did its magic, and now she has this adorable white cat that just follows her around everywhere. And he does not have a name, and actually neither does she. So I would really, really love it if you guys could maybe suggest some. I always think it's fun to ask people for name suggestions or backstory suggestions. It's just more fun when we can create a character together that way, in my opinion. So let me know if you guys have any naming suggestions for her. Aside from that, I think she turned out great and this challenge was so fun. And here's the final drawing. The pastel comes in a lot more clearly after the picture's gone through several rounds of being brightened and adjusted in Photoshop and stuff like that. The background was AI generated. The drawing itself had already taken me around 3 or so hours, so I decided to save myself a little bit of extra trouble. Overall, I think she came out really cute. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. Bye bye!